Hello and welcome. My name is Joanna Rutkowska-Wilden and I'm an occupational therapist working in Cardiff and Vale Multiple Sclerosis Service. Today I'm going to talk to you about fatigue. The aim of today's session is to try to understand fatigue. Why has it happened and what can we do to make it more manageable? Hopefully by the end of the day you will have few tools in your box that can help you to manage fatigue. Fatigue is one of the most common symptoms of MS and can have a major impact on personal lives. People can experience fatigue that interrupts their life or even prevents them from working whilst experiencing few other symptoms. The level of fatigue does not indicate the severity of MS. Fatigue is described as overwhelming sense of tiredness, lack of energy or feeling exhaustion, difficulty of initiating or sustaining voluntary effort, feeling of physical tiredness and lack of energy, or subjective lack of physical and mental energy that interfere with the usual and desired activities. Fatigue is the dynamic symptom, meaning it can come and go at different times or in different circumstances. In some, the symptoms are mild and not bothersome. In others, it can dictate someone's life. Studies reported that as many as 95% of people with MS have fatigue, and it can be presenting symptoms of the illness in 1/3 of people, up to 2/3 experiencing on a daily basis, and approximately 70% of those with MS have fatigue also have other factors that can add to daytime fatigue. 50% of people with MS have a daytime fatigue, also have nighttime sleeping problems, and therefore cannot build up the energy reserve required for a day. 50% of MS patients have walking difficulties. When not walking efficiently, a person quickly spends energy just trying to get around. Here are a few quotes that show fatigue from the point of view of the person with MS. One said, "Fatigue feels like I'm walking in valleys filled with sand. The sheer weight of my body and mind at times make me wish I lived on the moon." Another said, "Fatigue feels as if I had walked a mile without food and almost no water. I'm not able to stand for long periods of time. Playing with my children is hard. I have no stamina." Another yet said, "Fatigue feels like being weighed down, as if you are trying to walk up to your neck in deep, muddy river in heavy, wet clothes, carrying shopping bags full of rocks." So why the fatigue happens? There are two types distinguished by researchers, primary and secondary fatigue. The primary fatigue is thought to be as direct results of damage to the nerves, or disturbance in the immune or endocrine system. Fatigue is thought to be a direct result of the damage to the central nervous systems, like demyelination or inflammation. Some studies suggest that the certain parts of the brain are linked to MS fatigue, but no single area of the brain had been identified. It could be caused by damage in several areas of the brain or spinal cord. Some researchers suggest that it might be caused by the way the brain adapts to the impact of MS. MRI scans of the people who have fatigue showed that the larger areas of the brain carry out activities than more people without the fatigue. Secondary fatigue is caused by MS-related complications such as pain, physical disability, musculoskeletal problems, medication side effects, sleep problems, and depression. Primary fatigue is broken into 4 categories. Lassitude, when it's overwhelming sense of exhaustion without directly linking to participation in activity or exercise. Short-circuiting, that is fatigue that comes relatively rapidly during or after participation in activity, such as walking, dressing, washing. Cognitive fatigue, which is linked to thinking, memory, attention, and concentration, and also might be shown in social interactions. Also, heat sensitivity, which is feeling more tired in hot and humid conditions. As previously mentioned, there are several causes of secondary fatigue. Those can include physical health, that relates to pre-existing medical condition, infections, musculoskeletal problems, side effects of medication, not only those for MS. People with MS might need to compensate frequently for symptoms like spasticity or muscular weakness, which might take them harder to walk, keep balance, or complete even simple daily tasks, which is known as exertion. Diet and fitness are also frequent causes of fatigue. Eating heavy meals or extremely hot or spicy food can increase it, as well as drinking too much or too little, or doing little or too much exercise. Also, lack of sleep or poor sleep quality is one of the major causes of fatigue. And at last, psychological health, in wide meaning of this term. So, what can we do to help ourselves? Fatigue management is all about learning how the fatigue affects the person and what causes it in their own life. It's about educating self and others that fatigue is a recognized symptom in MS. And then most importantly, empowerment, the person having control over their own life to deal with fatigue. So let's talk about the strategies. Not all the strategies work for everyone, but by trying to manage the fatigue, it will enable you to have a better energy levels to enjoy what you like. This is done by implementing energy conservation strategies, balancing energy available versus energy needed. Sleep is an important part of healthy living. By improving sleep habits and addressing causes of poor sleep, overall levels of energy will increase. First, let's start from establishing a healthy sleeping routine. Go to bed and get up at the same time or at least similar time. Wind down before going to bed. Put yourself in the sleeping mood. Avoid caffeine and nicotine, but also do not eat too much before the bedtime or too little so you go to sleep too full or too hungry. Think about your bladder. If you drink excessively, it will be hard to settle in bed. Prepare for sleep then. Use the toilet before heading for bed. Pain can really affect the sleep. Speak to your MS team or to your GP, as addressing pain can increase your chance of good night's sleep. If you have loads of worries or you're naturally a worry person, set yourself a time to worry, late afternoon or lunchtime, so you will have time to resolve whatever worries you have or at least park them for later. Avoid going to bed and planning how to resolve every little problem that bothers you. Look at your environment. Is the room dark or is it just light enough for you to find bed? Is it too cold or too warm? Is it quiet and free of distraction? Is your pillow in the right place and your mattress comfy? Is the bedding fresh? There are natural senses that can help you with sleep, such as chamomile, lavender, or bergamot, which help also relieve anxiety. Some people with MS find that changes in the temperature can impact on fatigue. Cooling techniques can be simple as taking a cooling bath or a shower, using fans, sack on the ice cubes, also using cooling pads and garments. Also avoiding hot drinks and spicy food can help keeping fatigue under control. Fatigue can lead to the low mood, so think about being active. Exercise is a good mood stimulator. Prioritize the things that you enjoy and discover new hobbies. Do not just focus on the things that needs to be done. Surround yourself with other positive people. If the people around you are cheerful, it naturally impacts on your emotions. Use the mindfulness. Enjoy and appreciate small things. There are plenty of apps available to help you with it. Also speak to your MS team and your GP. Recognize your own sign of stress helps you to take change, but also charge of your emotions, thoughts and actions. Remove the causes of the stress, or at least reduce it, is always a good start. Someone very wise told me once, if there's nothing you can do to change it, it's not worth worrying about. There is a bit of truth in it. Keep positive attitude, utilize relaxation and mindfulness, and stay active and embrace your hobbies. Communication also helps to reduce stress. Shared problem is half problem. So talk to people around you, but also to the team and your GP. Relaxation techniques can help to generate a feeling of peace and calm. Use deep breathing, visualization, muscular relaxation, massage, aromatherapy, but also yoga and Tai Chi. Here are some apps that can help you with this. Also MS Trust and Shift MS, as well as Vale Steps and Stepio.org, also are very helpful and can provide some great resources. Healthy eating allows your body to maintain adequate energy levels. So plan ahead, cook in bulk, so you can freeze some meals for those days when you lack enough energy to cook, or you just simply don't want to. Cook when you have a good energy levels, but use it whiles. Sit rather than stand. Have things in reach and accessible. Setting your environment is a key. Delegate when you can, but also remember that it's okay to have some pre-cooked meals now and again. Keep fit. Please refer to my colleague Rian's webinar for some advice and tips around how to stay active. Some medicine can increase fatigue, especially those for treatments of spasm, stiffness and pain. It is important to understand the benefits but also side effects of drugs and its impacts on fatigue. There's also drugs that can help to treat fatigues, but remember that medication is not the solution to the problem on its own. So speak to your team and your GP about your concerns. All strategies that can help you to manage your fatigue are based on the approach called for peace. Planning. Stop and think. What's the task? Do you have to do it? When do you want to do it? And why? Think about your environment. Is it organized? Is it accessible? Is it easy to follow? Is it suitable for a task you are going to undertake? Think about if you have enough energy to complete the task. P for prioritization. Be honest with yourself. Is it the most important task for you to undertake? Delegate if not. Separate what you need to do or what you want to do, but also what can be done by others. And permission. You are allowed to say no. Don't forget about it. Finally, P for pacing. Take breaks, rest, switch between the heavy and light. Finally, remember that we are here for you. Thank you for your time.